What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good afternoon and welcome to the channel if you're new. In this video what we'll be doing is we'll be taking a look at some of the new news around the SEC and Ripple lawsuit that has been going on since December 2020. Almost 2 years already. A lot has happened both in the price of XRP, in the crypto market, but also in the lawsuit. And recently some new news was brought out. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Apart from that, we'll also talk about what that actually means, that news for the price of XRP in this case, and what that means for the future. All right, so quickly, I did want to start with a quick summary of what happened. So in December 2020, what happened is that the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple, that is the company behind XRP as we know it right now. Back in the days, I still used to call it Ripple, back in 2017 or something. Against Ripple, alleging that its sale of XRP, the native coin of the XRP ledger created by Ripple Labs, as I said, was an unregistered securities offering worth over 1.38 billion. And then apart from that, the SEC also named Ripple's executive chairman Chris Larsen and CEO Brett Garlinghouse as co-defendants for allegedly aiding and abetting Ripple's violations. So that happened December 2020. During that time, a lot of developments were made, including some things from the past that, XRP has been around for quite some time and that the SEC already said some things about XRP. Doesn't matter in this video, or it does matter, but in this video I wanted to zoom in what happened lately. The last week, 10 hours ago, this was posted on Cointelegraph. It was already known a little bit longer, and we have already also seen that in the price of XRP, which was up until last night pretty bullish, as you can see. We had quite some big moves after this news. So the thing is that Ripple and the SEC both the Ripple SEC case heads for conclusion after summary judgment filed by both parties, by the Ripple and SEC. So Ripple argued that XRP profits came from market forces of supply and demand rather than any contract between Ripple and XRP token holders. Remember, that was what it was about, that there was some sort of a contract of a securities offering. I think we all have our opinions on if that is true or not, but doesn't matter. That's what the lawsuit is about. So in separate motions filed on Saturday by Ripple and the SEC, both have called for a summary judgment in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York. So as you can see, summary judgments are submitted to the courts when a party involved believes that there's enough evidence at hand to make a ruling without the need to proceed to trial. Again, both parties have called on the judge in question to make an immediately ruling as to whether Ripple's XRP sales violated U.S. security laws. Ripple has argued that the SEC has run out of answers to prove XRP sales constituted an investment contract. So basically they're saying, all right, it was not an investment contract, and we'll talk a little bit more. And we've also read they think it was all market forces of supply and demand, which I agree with. I think most of you do too. But still, the SEC has held strong on beliefs that it does. Apart from that, Ripple, the general counsel Stuart Alderodi, noted that after 2 years of litigation, the SEC is unable to identify any contract for investment and cannot satisfy a single prong of the Supreme Court Howey test. And the Supreme Court Howey test is whether a asset is a security or not. For that, you allegedly need a contract for investment. Obviously, there wasn't any for XRP. We all know that. On the other hand, for the SEC, what the SEC is saying is that, on the other hand, the SEC's own motion for summary judgment argued that there can be an investment contract without a contract and any rights granted to the purchaser, and without a contract, any rights granted to the purchaser and without any obligation to the issuer. Right, so they're basically saying that for there to be a investment contract, you don't need a contract, you don't need anything, which, I have strong beliefs about this, all right? I think Ripple is going to win this, because if in the SEC, all right, let's just say that if the SEC wins this, they're basically saying that you can have an investment contract without a contract, without any rights to the purchaser, and without any obligations to the issuer. After that, there will be a huge stream of more lawsuits, right? Because then you can actually identify way more assets as a security, and you're not following the Howey test anymore. That's also what Ripple argued in its motion. That is not and should not be the law, because without these essential features, there's nothing to which the Howard test can sensibly be applied. Basically, destroying it in how it's used right now. So that is what is going on. I'm not sure. I think we still need to receive news on when that summary judgment is going to be filed. That's obviously the big thing to wait for right now. I have my hopes on XRP. And personally, I do think if you read all of this and if you've been following it, it does seem like Ripple and XRP have a stronger position in this. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about what that could do to the price. I'm going to go briefly over that. Wednesday, we'll have some big crypto news. We have the interest rate decision. It's probably going to be later than that. And in my opinion, I mean, only with this news, which isn't necessarily bullish for Ripple itself, we already went up from 32 cents to 40 cents, which is a huge increase for a security like XRP. It's now 7th again in the top 10 of cryptos. Personally, I think we are going to have a massive rally if Ripple actually wins, like a massive rally. I first of all, I mean, it's bullish for the whole crypto market. But apart from that, we've already seen some spikes with Ripple when we actually had news. I cannot identify them right now, but especially this spike shows that even in bearish market circumstances, we can definitely have a run. I'm expecting at least 30, 40, 50% of a run. 50 might be a little bit too much in these market circumstances, but we're definitely going to get a rally regardless of what we're doing with the price at that moment of time. So that was quickly the news on the SEC Ripple lawsuit. If you still have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Take care today, and bye.